Membership, there were basically two types of membership. One was you have a business or property in the historic, kind of this region downtown, and you could then have you would be a voting member. If you lived in Prosperity or somewhere else and just wanted to help out, you could become a member, and do committees and help whatever, but you could not vote on particular events, particular items that came up. The current bylaws state 9 board members, which I think is, for the types of groups that I've been in, a member of, that's a large number. 9 people is large. I would recommend, your point, which is let's start looking at dues and bylaws and meetings and all those things. The first one would be that's way too many. I mean, to get 9 people to volunteer and then get those same 9 people to agree on anything would be almost impossible. 5 is what I put in my email. That's just, again, typically you have a president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, and many organizations have what's called a member at large, which would be someone who might oversee committees or special events. Obviously, president runs meetings, vice president in their absence does those and other events. Secretary notes, treasurer runs the money. Stephanie's, again, volunteered to maintain the treasurer position. I think that makes that much, much easier than having to go down to the bank and switch that over and do all those pieces. One of the other things talks about meeting processes and the laws used for meetings of old business, new business, basically creating a structure for these type of meetings. So again, I'll re-email anybody that wants these. My recommendation would be taking the sign-up sheet that's somewhere in here. If you're here, you've signed up, and we can do like a church service almost. If you want to join, it could be $1. Like I said, it doesn't matter. The goal would be so that we as a group can say, yes, you were here at this meeting, yes, you paid $1, and yes, you volunteered, nominated, or voted on the board member. That's my hope for tonight, because those of you who didn't get my email, the 2009 marketing plan, which was about, it was 8 or 9 pages, it's pretty lengthy. It was very interesting to read with a lot of issues. So again, I think restarting and editing and striking out anything that's no longer valid, no longer interested, great, but nobody needs to start from a blank piece of paper and say, let's change the world or let's change Newberry from scratch. So my hope would be, one, we'll get an idea of money, and then, does it sound good to sign up if everybody signed up, and then if everybody's got $1, we'll count the number of people here, and if everybody gets $1, we'll say everybody's a member, and we can move forward with nominations.
You got a sign-up sheet? Let's send it around.
Yep, so it's already.
I got $1.
Okay.
Show off.
So,
I'll get a picture.
Does anybody, somebody should see, it's a 3-page sign-up sheet. It's an Excel printout that I was just trying to get updated. Okay, so as it goes, if anybody is not, I'll count the signatures. What do we got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 people. There's a few doubles.
Here's my dollar.
The first new member.
That would really be like church.
You want to
Just
do a
pass
quick,
it down to the end
do a
of the
quick,
road.
that Munson? And we'll just.
That's my first installment.
Yeah, I'm not sure we need, you could do $2. Just write down next to a $sign, and then whenever the real dues are figured out, this would be credited towards the real dues.
Cool.
Look at that. $1,000? That's awesome, Rob.
Elected president.
Elected president.
And,
That's buying votes in the popular way.
That is.
all right, we have two for the.
This is from Barbara.
I got it.
Did you pay for me?
I did.
Thanks, honey.
You owe me. Now you owe me.
Not true.
I got plans.
Mine,
She needs to collect some money. We got to the end of the road.
I think it's kind of being passed around. So there.
Somebody getting loans, we not have $1, we need $1. I mean, the whole point is if you're here, you're interested, want to be a member.
3. One more. 4. This is the back row.
I'm watching that money as it walks up here.
I think that's been around. That's what she said.
Okay. Clark.
You really, you want $1?
No, $4 from the back row. There's 5 people. No, there's 4. Counting me.
Okay.
Get out of my way.
Who's on the phone?
Get out of her way.
Yeah,
John Taylor,
John Taylor.
yeah, please help me with me.
Real Shaw.
I need a, that's what I need.
But this is from.
There's 3 here for you, Kevin.
You want change?
Okay.
Who's that this one from? $9. Everybody down there.
You basically had two Xbox.
Send it to me.
Can't lose you, man.
I really can't, man. You can see me in the
The
dark.
back row, my guys.
It's the most reputable looking.
There's a bunch of people that.
Oh, sure, yes. Well, again, you need to email. We'll make sure we get.
So that's
My hope would actually
rulers
be,
and.
my other hope would be, since emails were not being all that effective, we can create a Facebook page, and only members who have access, who can access it, and we can post meetings and documents or links to.
He was brought to us as it originally said to him. Getting checked. If we gotta make a
Yeah,
picture,
I mean, have it down. Great, then I would say we'll email everybody.
Well, the one that I have is just a general, page, just the Shop Newberry first page. So yeah.
I got that one too.
Yeah, either way, I think that might be the easier way is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we could easily establish like the one that everybody's paid the dues for as a separate entity, and then we could post to that page if we wanted to contact more people. So,
We got everybody?
Okay,
what's it say?
now,
I'm waiting. Everybody in?
alright, is that everybody, we count everybody.
Who's not in?
Everybody's in?
That's easy. Who's not in?
Okay. My recommendation again would be to, there are, by my count, at least 4 positions on the board that are available: president, vice president, secretary, and member at large. So, again, I'm just trying to facilitate this piece. So is there anybody who would like to volunteer? Now, what you also find, and I think this is in the bylaws, but this is true in a lot of these, you usually volunteer for a board position. The board meets and determines its roles, much like city council or others. Okay? So, it's however you guys want to run it. If somebody says, well, I want to be a board member and this particular position, that's up to that group. I mean, the key is going to be getting 4 additional folks in here, and there'll be plenty of opportunities to volunteer for committees and other fun stuff. But do we have any self-nominations, or, and you can't nominate somebody that's not here, that's not fair.
Usually works.
Yes, that usually keeps your attendance up when you do that.
Do we have to nominate people for a particular position, or can we just nominate some of the people that would?
I'm saying we have at least 4 vacancies for the board, and the board, including Stephanie, could then meet and determine their positions, so, for board
Okay,
members.
but in fairness, I do think, and nothing against you, of course, but this is a new board, so if anybody wants to be treasurer, I think that should be, I don't even know if the old board is still active, but if we're turning everybody over and it's a new leaf and we're starting over, let's start over and just
We're trying to do
get
a fresh
as many
thing.
people in as we want.
So Stephanie, do you want to self-nominate for
I'll
president?
self-nominate, yeah.
So we have it out of 5, we have 1 now for the board.
Write it down.
So what you get away from that whiteboard?
Can we nominate other people?
Sure, you can nominate yourself, volunteer, or nominate someone else. So we have Stephanie, who has,
I nominate Sean Pomeroy. I'm serious.
put that one on the bottom of the list. If there's 4 other folks that go, I'll withdraw.
I nominate
Or scene.
Walter Summer. Alias Summer.
Oh, he's talking about me.
Okay, all right.
Who?
Thanks, Bill.
Munson?
Walter, not Munson.
Yeah, well, he's going with the family name thing.
Walter.
Nominate Barbara Miller.
That's good.
I nominate Nisi.
I do too.
Me too.
What's your name really, Walter?
Huh?
Is this just
My
for
first name is Walter.
Is this just for the?
I'm named after my grandfather, who didn't like his first name either.
So, I brought some other paper, so if we need to do voting, if there are more people than
Just know me
there
too
are,
long.
then we can run with it.
Yeah, how many do we need?
We need a total of 5, a minimum of 5 in my opinion. Technically, that would be good to get 5. So,
I think Rex should be on there. Nominate Rex.
Rex. Kevin.
Rex.
I said so high on the back road.
That's the back row, man, you get it every time.
can see him.
I self-eliminate. You can wipe me off. So I will love to be a member, and Christy and I will be a member, and I'll love to help anybody with all of it. But